is that it firstly should be easy, secondly it should be cheap, free preferably, or at least very cheap. There was a couple here that only had bicycles, so it would be difficult for them to pick things up, so they were very aware of things coming from a long distance. But there is often things around us that are quite close that we don't tend to see. So if we become aware that is actually a resource instead of waste, you know, the wasted resources idea, then we see things in a different way, and often you don't have to go very far to get perfectly good material that everyone's trying to throw a bin.
So just the amount of energy that goes into in carbon karma, that goes into buying stuff that comes from overseas or interstate or far away, and stuff around and to use.
Yes. We probably don't get it yet. With the carbon tax, that's relevant. If we had a more serious carbon tax, we'd understand a bit more. But if it can be local, and it makes so much more sense in that it hasn't had to be processed even. As soon as we put something in a packet, I find it very ironical that we have a garden where we prune things, we put the prunings on the verge, the council or a contractor take them away, they process them, and then we go down to the shop and we buy them in a plastic bag to put back on our garden.
Yeah, and I always think that gardens should be self-sustaining closed systems, because what you take out is actually what should go back in the soil. And I think there are things that teach kids at school, you know, when it's at primary school. Basically everything, you didn't put anything out, you didn't take anything out that you can put back in again.
That's perfect, because also you know what's gone into your garden. You don't necessarily know what's coming from somewhere else. You don't know how it's been treated.
Yeah.
So definitely keep using what you've got.
Yeah.
Self-sustaining. We can't. Sometimes we do have to have things from outside because we actually take things out of the garden and we eat them. So we're taking the goodness away.
Yeah.
But that's all right. It's enough just close by. Like you say, we don't have to get things from. We've got. This is horse poo, so this is nitrogen layer. Okay, the paper on. Yeah, sweaty, it'll be fine in a minute. Poo is a nitrogen layer, yes. Any poo. Now, if you have, that brings me to poo. Oh, why not? I'll do this, please. If you have access to bird poo, take it. It may be duck, it may be chook, it may be goose. If you get anyone offers you pigeon poo, my goodness, don't tell your friends because they'll all want it. That is the best poo. If you know anything about the anatomy of birds, you will know that they poo and wee out of the same hole. So you're getting 2 for 1, you're getting double value there. You look like you're pretty strong. Okay, so we've got the water going, so we've got a nitrogen now, we've got a carbon, we'll put a bit of paper on. Yeah, sweaty, it'll be fine in a minute.
It's just a tiny long leg. There's another one here.
Okay, it's
just a tiny leg.
Oh, sweetheart, they are lovely. It's just what you have got some on that. Now, people on that side, can you put it down a bit? So we want to cover over all the bits. If we took it all out, we took it all out because there's not much on this side.
Is there none on the other side? Or
We're just being too neat. And we want mulch all down the side. If we had this contained, obviously the mulch would hold on easier. Anybody at cake decorator? So a little pocket, go through the mulch layer at least until the next layer and possibly the next layer. Put a nice big dot. And again, I'm pushing that down so that when I'm watering it, the water is running into there. So there we've got it. Instant garden, but made out of materials that we normally discard. We just need to look around us. As I said, look around and see what's thrown out. Because there's gold out there. It's just gold. The information that we've done, I've got sheets which I'll put on the table there. I think we're stopping for a cuppa now and there's more opportunity to chat. There'll be information on worms and do-it-yourself worm and a whole lot of stuff. But the sheet on the instant garden bed is called sheet mulching. That's the one that you want to pick up if you wanted more information about today.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.